Greetings, Bitcoin heads in the land of YouTube. 2 videos ago, I was talking about this breaking out the top of the channels in a triangle, coming back down for a retest and likely back into the channel. It's going up a little further than I thought it would, but I want to make this video right now. I just watched this bounce off of get rejected from about 34,800. See, what you want to watch for here is it setting a higher high. The wick we used to draw this triangle is at about 34,800, give or take. And it's basically just bounced there and got rejected. The next peak would be 36,000. The next one, 36,600. The next one, 41,340. It could go higher, but it's interesting. The first peak, let me reset this chart here. It is interesting, though, that it did not set a new high compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's basically 6 local tops in this little trend. I suppose maybe you could say 7. This is on the daily chart, mind you. But it failed. It just now failed, so I fired up this screen recorder. Just now it failed to set a higher high. So that's what I'm watching. I'm watching the 34,800. Now, different sites might have different numbers. That magnet is taken to the wick here. It's actually saying 34,789. So let me use the magnet here. 34,669. So $120 higher. That is just a touch higher. So don't use my information to do day trades and stuff. You should never really listen to anyone on YouTube. You just want to treat YouTubers kind of like your own personal advisor squad and make your own decisions. But most of the information I give out has been really good. And it just, personally, I'm tired of Elon Musk having so much, how he can dictate the crypto universe. It's ridiculous. It makes all the cryptocurrency area, the sector, it just makes it seem so young and childish and irresponsible, right? I'm sick of someone being able to tweet and can move the market 50, 60% down and then have some conference and say that, you know, something good about Bitcoin. So now it's a 20% pump, you know, it's just okay, I don't want to get off on that. So that's just dangerous, man. It's in my time in crypto so far. I mean, I've been in this for about 9 months or so. That is the one glaring elephant in the room about crypto. Is just some stupid tweet on Twitter can come out and drop or pump this market, and that's really annoying. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this crypto market being able to dump and pump on a celebrity tweet. It doesn't even have to be a celebrity, just be FUD or anti-FUD. But let's draw a line here. Let's turn this line a different color. How about pink? That'll show up good compared to everything else. I've got this color coded for you. Okay, so 38,800 or 34,800. Let's look going back. That's where the last local top got rejected and crashed. Dumped, I should say. Let's follow this line back and let's see if there's any support resistance. Here is a little resistance. Closed right on it, basically dumped down off of it, came back up, got rejected again, came back up and blasted through it. Let's go back a little further. Here's one that bounced off of it as support. Here's 2 that used it as support. Here's one. I mean, on the dot, I'm talking here. Used it as support. Here's 1, 2 support. 1, 2 support. Here's another wick directly off of it, support. So there is a little validity to this little line at 34,800. That's what prompted me to fire up the screen recorder. One other thing I want to draw to your attention is we're on our 5th green daily candle. Let me go to volume first. I want to show you volume. Volume is extremely important, and the volume is still not there. This volume is very short. If you follow a dotted line to the left, now we are on our 5th day in a row of green volume bars. The last 3 closures have been really low. If you follow a dotted line back, it's the lowest it's been basically since October 18th of the year 2020. You have to go back that far to find that low of a volume, with the exception of 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 green bars here, starting July 9th. So in a nutshell, volume is extremely low, right? So it's not that there's a giant, enormous, frenzied buying sessions going on. It's just that there's really not any selling to counteract it. So I want to show you the last time we had 5 green daily candles close. And if we go back in recent history, last few months, where can we find 5 green candles? We can find 5 green candles absolutely nowhere. Let me reset the chart. There are no pumps lasting longer than 3 days since oh boy, since April 11th, little section leading up to the Coinbase IPO. This was a buy the rumor, sell the news type event, right? That was our all-time high, Coinbase IPO, and it just dumped harshly after that pump. That was 64 to 47. That was a $17,000 dump over the next 10 days. The last time there was that many green days in a row, that's what happened. Let's go back a little further. Last time before that was March 10th, 11th. There was this giant push, and then it dumped from 62,000 to 50,000. That's a $12,000 dump. The time before that, where was there more than 3 green daily closes? You have to go all the way back to January, first week of January, where there was 4, and it proceeded to dump from 42,000 to 30,000, another $12,000 dump. That was over 4 days. And there was a couple sections. This was the massive bull pump from 10,000 to 42,000. And so there were a couple pumps in there that were like a week long, 5-6 days long. So as you can see, my point is this is not usual, and it's extremely low volume. So we've got 5 green days so far. My last video, I was saying I was waiting for either the last one or this one to turn red and do like a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 dumpage back into the channel. In my opinion, I still think that we're coming back down into this yellow descending triangle, back down into these channels. One of the reasons we weren't getting a giant red daily death candle was because there wasn't enough high leverage longs in the market. We've just witnessed, we're at about 4.5 days now of long positions being bought. I'm sure there's a short squeeze going on here as well. I'm in a terrible trade. I'm in a terrible short trade, and it happens, So before this, I was just on fire, just almost perfect, and then good old Elon does it again, right? It's magic. My last couple videos, I've been talking about how trappy this is. So here was a really bad bull trap, and then here it looked like the death candle was coming in. And then here's Elon Musk getting interviewed at the B Word conference, and we've been pumping ever since then. It's been putting in a lot of bearish wicks, but there's just not any selling to go along with it. It's just probably just people taking a little profit, and no doubt in my mind, there's a lot of high leverage longs out there right now. So this could be the juice that this market needs for another massive dump. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I just got the feeling because the volume's so low. We've got the CME monthly closure coming up in 5 days from today. That'll be Friday the 30th of July. And Bitcoin has had its recent history. It's dumped hard towards the end of every month, give or take. It's not a rule, but if you go back and look, there's been quite a dump around that time. So I was talking about how trappy and dangerous and treacherous this has been. This is an awful bull trap. This was even a more awful bear trap. And just yesterday, I was charting this. This is the hourly. Bitcoin printed on the hourly chart. It printed this bear flag, and this was just devastating. This is what traders will use this pattern. And this was looking like it was going to dump and come back down for a retest. I still think it's going to do that, but mind you, it could be today, tonight, 2 days, 3 days from now. By the time it comes back down, it could just hang out here for a while. But look at this. Is just awful for traders. It's just really bad. It's super traps. This is a bear flag, and it busted out. See this big juicy green bar candle? It busted out. It did not print a bearish wick whatsoever. This red candle here is actually kind of a bullish wick. It came back down for the retest of this bear flag. And what traders will do is they'll enter a trade, say here, or they'll wait for it to come down and confirm, and they'll enter here. This thing shake and baked, and it came back down into the bear flag, out the bottom of it. So it's just been one trap after the next, right? So that kind of plays into my thinking that there's a lot of people getting really excited, basically over just a couple people saying things, right? Just saying things at a conference. Now, long term, I'm super bullish on Bitcoin, but the volume's super low. And if major selling comes in, this thing will dump, and it will dump hard. Back over here on the daily, since I've been charting this end of May, we have not printed more than 3 days. There's actually one time where it printed 3 green daily candles. Here's one. Here's another little one, another little pump. 3 days. Besides these 2 3-day little pumps, there's not one longer than 2 days. Now, this isn't any kind of rule or anything. I'm just saying that, if you know anything about odds and probability, with super low volume, we're on our 5th green daily candle. On super low volume, I just think it's a recipe for disaster. Just be very careful out there. This thing has just been one trap after the next since basically July 18th, July 19th. Mega traps, super deceptive traps. So just watch out for a bull trap. Watch out for a bear trap. There's a little juice in the market now to create a little dumpy do. If we get one of those 1, 2, 3 hour dumps where it loses 3,000 or 4,000, it could have a long squeeze. In conclusion, Bitcoin is really not obeying any trading patterns right now. It's doing the exact opposite. So we just looked at the bear flag with the fake confirmation and a harsh dump. So watch out for the fake confirmation with the harsh dump. It could pump, I mean, it's not impossible for it to pump up to 41,000. Extremely unlikely to do that without a breather, without a big red, stinky red candle coming. I do think a big stinky red candle is coming. It's not a rule. I mean, there are no rules. There are no certainties. That's just what I think. So I hope you enjoyed this tidbit of information. As always, thanks for watching.